JD Vance is gonna come. We know that now. He'll be there at the plenary. He's going to make a speech. So, thinking about his previous interventions in places like the Munich Security Conference, it's conceivable that he would make quite a belligerent kind of speech, and that could undermine the idea of agreeing on a joint communique or anything particularly substantial, particularly because on top of these difficulties, you have France trying to widen the scope of the summit quite considerably beyond just safety. And, it's one thing to get countries to agree that AI should have guardrails and that AI safety is something worth caring about, but they widened the scope to talk about the future of work, the environment, inclusivity, and so on, trust, whole range of concepts. So it's hard to imagine getting a widespread agreement on such a broad range of subjects as that. I think what's interesting about China is that a lot of their long-standing talking points about the US trying to restrain other countries' development, weaponized choke points like access to chips. A lot of these complaints are now being echoed by France and others, particularly in light of this AI diffusion framework that was adopted by President Biden at the end of his term, which has been described to me by EU officials as being like handing Trump a loaded gun. So you have actually this strange situation of France and China kind of echoing each other's talking points about the US trying to control AI. So we might see a kind of US versus the rest dynamic. Last year, France actually signed a common declaration with China on AI as well. So it's quite interesting. France, in its typical way, trying to position itself a little bit in between the US and China, and not aligning wholesale with the US to try to gain some leverage that way and demonstrate strategic autonomy, as Macron likes to talk about.